Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahashem. Salute to the men out there teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times, to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad, unlike it to a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David. Tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men, peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? Okay, once again, I'm out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai to bring out the truth of the scriptures to so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American, and speckled bird Israelites. Israelite foreigners that's going to be scattered in all nations. As the scriptures say, when the Lord returns, He's going to gather the elect from the four corners of the earth. So Israelites going to be scattered in all nations. They're going to be everywhere. But as we get closer to the end, we getting closer to the end, or we in the last days, whichever term you prefer, we getting closer to the end, or we in the last days and last times, you know what I'm saying, before our Lord return. So you see the signs in all of this. So you see the animosity that's being stirred up on both sides. You got the Democrats, the Republicans, you got MAGA, you got Black Lives Matter, and all of this. And so it's been like that from the very beginning. It's been like that from the very beginning. Hey, shalom, sister, shalom, shalom. Yeah, I found last week I had to find a new spot. And I was, I guess I want to apologize because last week, even though I handled it good, I was still frustrated. I was angry. I was upset. But I still had to keep my composure when the dude came over there and, he talking to me. And I wanted to get back smart with him and all that. But I had to remember I'm not on my time when I'm out here. I'm on the Lord's time. But still, I went home. My stomach was still tight. It was... I was sick last week. I was sick. So let's get it. Let's go. Let's start with Joshua. But it's all good. This might even be a better spot for me right here anyway. Off in the cut, ain't around. You know what I'm saying? It's still, stores out here and all of this. But I'm not in the way where they could come over. Oh, you in front of somebody's store. I'm patrolling the parking lot. I ain't got to worry about that. 260. Joshua chapter 24. Yeah, Joshua chapter 24 and 4. Let's get 3. And I took your father Abraham from the other side of the flood, and I led him throughout all the land of Canaan, and multiplied his seed, and gave him Isaac. And I gave unto Isaac Jacob, and unto Esau I gave unto Esau Mount Seir to possess it, but Jacob and his children went down unto Egypt. So from the very beginning, you see that the Lord split us up. The Lord split us up. Hey, Esau, he got Mount Seir, but y'all gonna go a whole nother different way. So we was never meant to mingle anyway. And so the Lord is stirring up that spirit. The Lord is stirring up that spirit. What's that in Genesis, right? Genesis 49, right? And you see it. You can see it now. You go Genesis chapter 49 and let's get 1 and 2, then jump down. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may. And we read in Joshua that the Lord said, yo, Jacob, y'all gonna go this way down into Egypt, but Esau gonna go over here in Mount Seir, because that's what I gave Esau, right? So now we getting later on down the road, Jacob having a conversation with his sons. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Then he goes on, let's get down to 7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce. Genesis 49:7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Like I was saying, Israel gonna be scattered, man. Israel gonna be scattered. Israel not gonna be over there in Jerusalem right now, talk about we could number how many Jews there is here in Jerusalem and all around the world. We know exactly how many. That's not what the scriptures say. 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, because it's evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, right? Judah, thou art him whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He croucheth as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rise him up? The Lord rising Judah up. You see, it's a thing online where the dudes say it was at this point that they knew it wasn't 1769 or 1869, one of them two, and it's actually a brother or a sister whooping and beating the snot out of somebody, Edom. These things wasn't going on back in the days. These things wasn't happening, but that's the Lord rousing up that spirit, and that's that animosity, because we never was meant to dwell together. Where is it at now in Genesis? Not Genesis, Deuteronomy, right? 2. Deuteronomy chapter 2, and I guess I'm building the case up. You know what I mean? You start with the Lord never meant for Jacob and Esau to be dwelling together anyway. He gave them their land. He told us not to even go deal with them. So now that we here dealing with them, and we see how wicked they can be, how ruthless they can be as a people, the Lord is stirring us up and all of that right before the Lord come back and judge this place. Esau, Edom, Seir, Babylon, Bozrah, the Chaldeans, Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually Egypt. The Lord gonna get them. The Lord gonna get them all over the scriptures. Deuteronomy chapter 2 and 1. Then we turned and looked our journey unto the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. So I started off with, hey, the Lord told Jacob, look, man, I'm gonna give Mount Seir to Esau, but you gonna go down there into Egypt. So now we telling how things went in Egypt, and then Jacob said, yo, this is what's gonna happen to you in the last days. Now in this right here, the scriptures we bringing out, we coming out of Egypt now. This is when Moses coming out of Egypt. Deuteronomy 2 and 1. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. And the Lord spake unto me, saying, ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward, and command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Hey, look, and so you'll go even right now. Why do you think they did redlining? Why do you think that they did the 3/5 law? Why do you think that they do have the systematic racism with the court systems into this, into that, and make projects and throw all of these hurdles up in our way to help us fail? Though the black communities was thriving in the late 70s and the 80s, and then they pushed crack into Detroit, New York, California, Chicago. Why do you think they did that? Of fear. Just like Black Wall Street. They know if they leave us alone, we gonna outdo them. The younger was stronger than the elder. They know we gonna outdo them. That's why they tried to keep us from competing against them in swimming. They tried to keep baseball white as long as they could, or this or this or that. This is why. This is why they still do the things to this day. Because it's the fear. They got a natural, they know we gonna outdo them. They know we gonna outdo them. That's why they don't want to make sure you got access to certain things. They want to keep things out of your reach, unattainable for you. They want to make sure you don't get the equal, even if in the workplace they were just equal, treated us the same. We was on the same equal playing field. No, because you black or this or this or that. If they didn't look at color, we would outdo them. They know that. Deuteronomy chapter 2 and 3. Ye have compassed this mountain long enough, turn you northward, and command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore, meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as one breath of, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for your possession. So if you go, the Lord saying, yo, don't go in there, don't meddle with them, don't mingle with them. I ain't gonna give you an inch of their land, a bread length of their land. Stay away from them. That's their area or whatever. So now we mingled them amongst these they the real niggas. Now we mingled among them. And they mad. They see they society. And the crazy shit is they enacted laws to help bring down their society. You know, the H-1B visas. So now you got truckers that can't read English from India and Africa and all these places all over here with 18-wheeler CDL licenses on the highway killing people. You don't let the Indians and the Chinese come in here and y'all done gave them work visas. So now they done took over all of the tech jobs and all of these jobs that you used to keep us out of, and you had them all to yourself. But you let them in and thought they was gonna keep kissing your ass. And now the China man and the Indian man like, F y'all, y'all lazy. Y'all lazy white Americans. This is the stuff that they get. Like I said, they help bring about their own destruction. Okay, I got that. Let's get this Genesis. Let's get that back to Genesis. Let's get that 36. We're going to tie them all in. Genesis 36 and 1, right? Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom, right? So now you got Esau being said he's Edom, right? The scripture saying Esau is Edom. Then you got 8, Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Well, we read that. The Lord said that's what he gave Esau for possession. So Mount Seir, anytime you see Seir or you hear Mount Seir, you know that's talking about Esau. I'm hot with this jacket. Got this, that water, rainproof jacket. This joint got me hot, man. I might have to take this off. Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. So we get Esau, we got Edomites, we got Mount Seir, right? Let's get this one too. Let's go 12. Genesis 36 and 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore to Eliphaz Amalek. And she bore Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adar, Esau's wife. So now let's get Amalek. Let's take a side to Amalek is the grandson of Esau, right? One of his grandsons, right? We're going to get Exodus first, right? Let's get Exodus first. Yeah, like I said, this is a nice little spot. I'm out of the rain. It's raining today here, you know. So, hey, man, it all worked out. All praises, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Let's go. Let's start at 8. That animosity, right? At Exodus chapter 17, verse 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out of men and go out fight with Amalek, because remember, they still our blood, our family, right? They still our family, and just because we agree at a certain time and point, it's still that animosity. Like, just because you might agree with an Edomite on a certain particular topic, but at the end of the day, you still gotta watch them. Never trust thine enemy, right? And Moses, Genesis 36 and 9. Exodus 17. Exodus 17 and 9. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out fight with Amalek tomorrow. I will stand on top of the hill with the rod of the Most High in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed. And when it let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. See? Okay, you got to watch them. But Moses' hand was heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him. And he sat there on, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, and one on the one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. Yeah, we started out fighting together, but then you gotta watch these little clays. They crafty. The same thing now. You would think that y'all cool, y'all in the workplace. Let's take it to that. You cool, y'all in the workplace, this white dude or this white chick that y'all think y'all good, y'all got a good relationship or whatever the case may be. As soon as she slip up, I know y'all done dealt with it out there. As soon as you slip up, or one day something happen or whatever the case may be, and they know they got you, the boss gonna find out about it. Especially if y'all up for a promotion. It's a promotion up that both of y'all in line for. Oh, hell yeah, they gonna cut you in the back. They gonna stab you in the back. You know that. They telling the boss. Oh, well, you know such and such. Yeah, you know they came in late and they still clocked in on time. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know they changed the time card. Oh, they came back from lunch. You know they took an hour and a half lunch instead of an hour lunch? Oh, yeah, but you ain't heard from me, though. That's dope. And 7. But now remember now, Amalek is one of the grandsons of Esau, right? Exodus 17-14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, right? So the Lord said, yo, I'm going to get Amalek guys. I'm going to get him, right? And Moses built the altar and called the name of it Jovanasi, Yohavanasi, there you go. For he said, because the Lord, 17-16, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So you see why they going through what they going through over there right now. Because they first of the nations. You can't say nothing about these heads, man. Amalek is first of the nation. They the top tribe of the Edomites, man. That's why they get treated like this. So we tie all of the different ways, all of the different roads. You know, you got 18 different roads or highways or whatever to get to a city or to get to a place. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, man. Let's go Numbers chapter 24 and 18. 17. Numbers 24 and 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy the children of Sheph. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. So it's right here is saying that Mount Seir, Edom is our enemies, right? Is our enemies. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable. He took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations. So this is the top tribe of the Edomites. This the grandson. This the grandson of Esau that we read in Genesis. Amalek is the grandson of Esau, so he's still an Edomite, but he's the top tribe. Just like on Israel, Jacob is the top tribe because our Lord sprang out of Judah. Or Judah is the top tribe. My fault. Judah is the top tribe and on Israel's side, and on the Edomite side, Amalek is the top tribe. That's why they treat them small hats over there the way they treat them over there. That's why they treat them like that. That's why everybody protect them. Everybody, no matter whether you France or Germany or Italy or Australia, whoever gets elected, America, what they do, they all put on a little yarmulke and they go over there and they kiss the wall. Netanyahu is running around. Yahoo is running. Netanyahu, not Yahoo or whatever. Whatever his name is, the president of the Israel over there. That's why they running around doing whatever they want to do. And then when somebody fight back, like Iran fight back, then the United, everybody in the uproar and everything. But they could drop whatever they want on whoever. And now you got it where they just done bought TikTok and they had the elder Malcolm will call him and not a Jew. So, but you got that head talking about they bought TikTok and they going to get into anybody that the censorship And they was talking about censorships and all of this type of stuff. So it's coming. But it goes back to them being the top tribe. You even got people here in America that say that, shit, he the president of America. He tell America what's going on, what they going to do. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first in the nation, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yeah. Now let's get that. Let's get that Hebrews. Let's go over there to that Hebrews. Hebrews. Hebrews 11 and 20. Right? Let's get 17. Hebrews 11 and 17, point 20. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises, and he that have, I lost my place, and he that had received the promises, offered up his only begotten son, of whom it was said, that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Yeah, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Not everybody, man. Not everybody. It was a chosen line, man. It was a chosen line, man. It was a chosen line. In Isaac shall thy seed be called. Accounting that the Most High was able to raise him up even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Yeah. And we read the things to come. We're going to get into the things to come. Yeah, let's get the first thing. Let's get the first thing to come. What? It's on the bread. I don't know. You gotta chill out, brother. You gotta chill out, brother. You talk about Jesus and on the bread and all that. Hey, you gotta chill out, brother. His name ain't Jesus, man. The letter J wasn't created until 1524. So the name is not Jesus. You know what I mean? You need to know the name of the Lord. The correct name of the Lord is Yahweh, and his son is Yahweh Shah. Period, man. It's not Jesus, man. It's not Jesus. It's not Jesus. You look it up, they'll even tell you. They ain't going to say Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. They're going to say Yahweh and all of this other stuff. But even if they know the name, the correct name is not Jesus. But they won't tell you that. But they don't want people to call on the true names. They don't want that. So back to it. Second address. The things concerning what is to come, right? Second address 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac. We were just reading about that in Hebrews, right? Just reading about that in Hebrews, right? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, and of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we in Esau world right now. We in Esau world right now, and the Lord said, don't even meddle with them. Don't even step your foot in their land. Don't even step your foot in their land, because they're going to be afraid of you. But now here we are mingling against them. Think about it. That situation with Charlie Kirk, that situation that happened with Charlie Kirk, he up there around all them, all the Edomites up there around them. He end up, getting his TV turned off, his clock unplugged. So he up there with all them. It was one of them that did it to them, and so now they running around talking shit about us. They mad at us. What we got to do with that? What we got to do with that? Y'all so mad now. Y'all so upset now. Y'all so angry now. Y'all ready to fight back now. Who y'all fight back? We ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all always talk about black on black crime. Well, hey, hello? That wasn't nothing to do with us. That's that hate. They got that hate. And they see their world coming to an end. And the other thing is, they know the scriptures too. They know the scriptures just like the Lord put the Holy Spirit on his men to come out here and teach the scriptures. They know the scriptures. They know what the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let's keep tying them in. So we done got Amalek. We done got Edom. We done got Seir. We connecting the dots. Let's connect the dots before we start bringing the hammer down. And not us personally bringing the hammer down. We going to talk about when the Lord returns, how he going to put the smack down on their candy ass. Right? Now, Psalms chapter 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. So now we done tied Babylon into Esau as well. So now we done tied Babylon into. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Yeah. Because Esau got his foot on our neck. Still got his foot on our neck. You still finding black people getting hung here in Babylon. They still hanging young black men here in Babylon, talking about it's a suicide. Young black men ain't no 19-year-old man, young boy in college, gonna go to college and decide to hang himself from a tree. That ain't happening. That is not happening. A young man in college, 19 in college, life going good, ain't got no baby mamas and none of that crazy stuff. Life on a good path. He gonna wait to go to college, break both his legs and his arm, and then climb up on a tree and hang himself. That's what they said happened. Let's get this Isaiah, I was thinking 47. Let's get that one. We still tying heads in the, so we done tied Babylon, right? In the Esau. We linking them right now. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. So now we done tied Edom to Babylon, right? Now watch who else we tied now we gonna tie something into Babylon. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. So now we got the Chaldeans tied into it too. We got the Chaldeans tied into it. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river, make known the secrets, expose the secrets of the scriptures. The Lord in the last day, he said, I sanctify my holy ones. Matter of fact, it's in Isaiah. Also in Jeremiah, right? 1, before I knew thee in the belly, I formed thee. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Now I gotta get it now. But that wasn't it. I gotta get it now. That wasn't it. I mixed it up. Jeremiah chapter 1 and 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Yeah, unto the nations. The Israelites that scattered into all the nations and the heathen nations. To tell them what's going on, right? Now we can get that Isaiah, right? My sanctified ones, right? Isaiah 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, right? Going back to it, right? The burden of Babylon. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have commanded my sanctified ones. We were just reading, right? We were just reading that in Jeremiah. I have commanded my sanctified ones to do what? Exalt the voice of the Lord, man. Exalt the truth, that it may reach the gates of the nobles. So again, sooner or later, they're going to slow down all of this stuff on the internet anyway. They're going to slow it down anyway. They're going to slow it down. Look, it's so bad. What, a minute ago, Good Times. So you got Good Times. So a minute ago, I posted that clip of when JJ painted Black Jesus. I think the name of it is Black Jesus. That particular episode is Black Jesus. So I posted just a little 2-minute clip. Train coming. But I posted a 2-minute clip of Michael reading Revelation 1 and 14 and saying that Jesus is black, right? God is black, Jesus is black. And I put that little clip up on my YouTube page, and they took that down. They gave me a strike. They gave me a strike for that little small little joint right there, Michael reading the scriptures. Revelation 1 and 14. I told you they gotta blow the horn because people out here stupid. People out here stupid. They still be trying to run. You would figure in 2025, if you still trying to go around that thing and beat the train, your brain ain't hooked up all the way. Your brain is not hooked up all the way, man. So let's keep getting, right? So yeah, so we got that. let's get some more. Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogance of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Now let's see who the Lord referred to as the border of wickedness. All over the Chaldeans are the border of wickedness. They everything, man. All roads lead to them, man. Malachi chapter 1 verse 2. Let's start at 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And they shall call them what? We just read the Lord said he gonna destroy the wicked. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord have indignation with forever. Right? The border, who did the Lord say he was going to make war from generation to generation with? Amalek. All roads lead to them, man. All roads lead to them. So sooner or later, the Lord gonna come get with them, man. Yeah, I was thinking about getting to Job 9 and 24. It's on my list too. Right next, we gonna get that. Let's get it. Let's go 22. Point 24. Job 9 and 22. This is one thing, therefore, I said it. He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked. As though the wicked again. There go the wicked again. If the scourge slay suddenly, he will lay at the trial of the innocent. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who got their face plastered as the Lord's people right now? Right now, living as the Lord people, and in the times past, if you look up any image, you type in Peter, Paul, Moses, Jesus, you type in any biblical figure and look at images, they all gonna be white. You go on YouTube and you type in, oh, I want to see something about this apostle. or this or that, or the lifetime of Jesus. You're going to see all white people. That's what you're going to see. What's that? Is it first or second? It's all in the scriptures, though. It's all in the scriptures. It's all in the scriptures. That they would do this, they would do that, they gonna do this, they did that, nothing new under the sun, they gonna do it again. First. Yeah. First Maccabees chapter 3 and 47. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and lay open the book of the law wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Yeah, it's nothing new under the sun. They did it before, they gonna do it again. And this is what they did in the past. They covered the faces of the judges. This is what they did. Let's keep getting it. Daniel, let's get Daniel now. Daniel chapter 4, 17. Daniel 4 and 17. Okay, still clicking. Okay. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. So they call the bases of men the border of wicked, the wicked, the Chaldeans. And if you get into the Chaldeans and look up that they was heavy into deception and witchcraft and all of this type of stuff. That's with astrology, looking at the stars and the moon and all of that stuff. Back to Job, right? Go back to Job, get this one to go along with the bases of men, right? Job chapter 30, right? Now watch this. Who this sound like? Who this sound like? Job chapter, basis of men, right? Job chapter 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would not have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah. Why won't you let you see them? You see them, all you gotta do is go online. You go online and look. Who getting it? I just seen a dude yesterday got caught for posting a video of him, essaying sexual assault, essaying his dog. It's these heads, but drop down. Who this sound like? Let's keep reading. Let's read it. Let's read all of this down to 8, and you tell me who this sound like. Job chapter 30 and 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock, because you can't trust them with the dogs of your flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Never trust thine enemy. You gotta watch them. For what For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, who cut up who cut up mallows by the bushes, and Jupiter roots for their meat. They were driven forth. How you doing, sir?
You doing okay?
All right.
All right, don't be childish with me.
Nah, sir, I'm fine.
All right.
Okay.
Got the homeless with you down there. A couple of them will do a crack box.
Okay, yeah, they
That's
don't.
what I do. I control the area.
Okay, I'm okay right here doing this right here. Okay, thank you, sir.
Oh, you're not bothering me.
Nah, I ain't bothering
I ain't
nobody.
bothering you.
Nah, we good. Thank you, I appreciate it, sir. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. So that's a whole nother energy. This dude said he patrolled this area and he told me I'm fine here as long as I ain't bothering nobody. I guess I done found the Lord done put me in my new spot. That's a beautiful thing. Just last week, dude, get out of here. You can't be here. And listen, I patrol the area and you and this dude is like, oh, you good? You good right here as long as you ain't bothering nobody. See, it's all of the Lord, man. It's all of the Lord. That's why they make again, like I said last week, if I was off the clock for the Lord, I probably would have had a different kind of conversation with that dude. But Joe, you can't tell me where the book I could be at or this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out here with my camera and all of that, and I'm teaching, and I'm supposed to be keeping my mind on doing the work of the Lord, not on my time. I'm on the Lord's time. But yeah, that's beautiful, man. The dude said I'm good right here. So, hey, that's it right there. So, yeah, so going back to it. Job chapter 30 and 5. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. So they get into the whole dark ages. So they could tell you what happened 20, 30 billion years ago, even though the earth is not 30 billion years old and all of that shit that they talk about. The earth is about 14,000 years old. But anyway, though, they'll tell you all of this stuff from all of that stuff and fossils, but they can't tell you what happened in the dark ages. It was the dark ages because y'all was ran back up into the caves. Y'all was chased up in the caves. Y'all didn't come down until around the end of the 1300. From 300 to 1300, y'all was up in the caves, out of the way. That's why all them crescent arms and all of them stuffs over there, black noble, them was noble. The Moors, the black people, Israelite, that was us ruling. We was ruling them. They was up in the caves. But then they want to talk about, oh, we came and got y'all and taught y'all. No, y'all didn't. Y'all was the ones that needed to learn how to groom and take baths and this and that. That was y'all running around like cavemen. 6. Here you go. Job 30 and 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. Just look at Mount Seir. Just look at Mount Seir. And what they going by now? The remix they got on it now, or how they not reclassification? They basically they changed it up. So they came down now. They Caucasian, mountain dweller, out the Caucasus Mountains, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. Esau was a cunning hunter, right? You still got them. What they like to do now? They like to go out there and build their little hunting little thing in the trees and camouflage it, and they sit up there for hours, days, waiting for a little innocent little, waiting for a deer to come by to pop them with their gun. They call it a sport. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, Yea, children of base men, they will the earth. Yeah, man. Who this sound like? The scriptures is clear describing. The scriptures is clear telling you who these people are, who the people you gotta watch out for, who the people that the Lord gonna come back and get busy on, who the people that's your enemy. Matter of fact, let's get this one. That's Psalms 83, right? Psalms chapter 83 and 2. Now let's see who the Lord say is our enemies, right? Remember, Amalek is first of the nations, right? For lo, in Psalms 83 and 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden one. So the Lord does say here, these are your enemies. These are the people that hate thee, right? Your enemies, and these are the people that hate thee. Okay, now watch. 4, 83 and 4. Psalms 83 and 4. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, that's first on the list, the tabernacles of Edom, right? And of Ishmaelites, the Indians over there, the Indians is the Edomites, the Ishmaelites is the Arabs. They still over there getting down with the they still got slavery going on over there. They still I seen the thing where the one Arab, his slaves or his helpers or whatever you want to call them, they wasn't doing something. They didn't do something right, and he let out a tiger on their ass. He let his pet tiger out on their ass to run around and bite on them and chew on them while he got a stick and he hitting at the tiger and hitting at them and laughing. The tabernacles of Edom, of Ishmaelites, of Moab, the Chinese man, because he swear up and down. He swear up and down. And the Hagarenes, the Gabal, Ammon, and Amalek. And Ammon and Amalek. So you got Edom on here and you got Amalek on here as our enemies and those that hate them. So then you figure you in their land. You're in their land. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The basis of men. They're described that they're explaining to you how you could determine who the basis of men. Job was spelling it out for you, how you could determine who the basis of men. That Daniel in 4:17 said the Lord ruleth, and he gave the earth to the basis of men. So they described it, Daniel 4:17, and then you get to Job 30, and you read down, it's describing who the basis of men. Then it say the wicked, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And then the Lord Malachi, and the Lord is telling you in Malachi who the basis of men, who the wicked, border of wicked is. It's these heads. So where I'm gonna go? We're gonna go. Let's get there. Let's go Revelation. Look, I thought I was gonna have to pack up. When my man pulled up, I thought I was gonna have to pack up again. I'm glad I didn't have to pack up, though. That's a beautiful thing, man. I'm glad I didn't have to pack up. And I'm glad he made. I feel a little comfortable, a little bit more relaxed now, because I'm looking around. Because this is only my second week over. I'm looking around, making sure I'm good and all of that. So yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. Revelation chapter 17 and 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Yes, come here, help me oppress the Lord's people that we got here. Come here, help me oppress these people. Help me, help drain the money out of them. Help me keep them down. You know what I'm saying? Help keep an eye on them. Look. This whole lady boy thing that they done set up and all of this thing. Your how you born don't determine what your sex is. It's all kind of madness going on, man. It's all kind of madness going on. And everybody's sucking it up. Skyscrapers all over the place. Revelation 17 and 3. So he carried me away in the spirit unto the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having the seven heads and the 10 horns. The 7 heads would be the Edomite kingdoms. You know what I mean? Rome, Spain, Germana Minor, Germana Major, I forget the rest off the top of my head. And the 10, I know them, I can't think of them right now off the top of my head. And the 10 horns is the original 10 EU nation. But at the end of the day, they all Edomites. They're all Edomites. You know what I mean? That's why they all still duke this, duke that. Even the Duke England, duke this. Denmark, duke of this, duke of that. And blah, 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 blah. That's that Edomite stuff right there. That's that Edomite stuff. Because in Genesis, it talks about Duke Koran, Duke Amalek, Duke this one, Duke that one. That's their thing. And a woman, 17 and 4. And a woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and the filthiness of her fornication. You could do anything here, man. You could do anything here. You could do anything. You could worship anything. You could buy anything, anybody. You know, Hollywood, you can all kinds of deception and this and that. In Hollywood, they have a chick that's 5'3", weigh 90 pounds, beat up 10 dudes. That's what you in Hollywood, that's what you will see. In Hollywood, you will have a big man, he 250 pounds, muscles, he's scary, and scared in a tight situation, but then you will have the little woman telling them, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll get you through it. Just follow my lead and this and this and that." Man, you got all kind of deception here in this place, man. And 17, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abomination of the earth. This is this place right here, man. Babylon. where the bases of men ruling. The wicked is ruling. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The bases of men is ruling. Let's go down to 14. Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and the King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, right? The great melting pot, America, right? The great melting pot, America. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and burnt, desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Yeah. To a set time, man. Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles to the times of the Gentiles is fulfilled, man. So a matter of time, man. The time is running out on this place, and you can see it. And the animosity that you see between Jacob and Esau has always been there, and it was put there. And the Lord told Moses, yo, don't go there because they're going to fear you. They have, you think about all type, they want, look, if one of their women been with a black man, they don't want to date them no more. Why? Because they scared penis envy. Basically, she been with a black man, I don't want to date her no more. It's all come down to fear. It all come down to fear. But then on the other hand, if you have a black man that feel like that, or a brother that feel like that, oh, this sister, she been with white men, it ain't behind no fear, nothing like that. It's behind a mentality. Like, oh, you one of them sisters that like white dudes, so I can't mess with you, your mind or something like that. It ain't a fear thing. It ain't a thing where you going hold nothing towards the white. It's her personally. But it's different for them. Let's keep getting it. Let's get. I got that one. Yeah, let's get Isaiah. The fall of Babylon's king is the title. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. So now we done tied the man, right? We done tied the man. So when we read certain words in a passage, you can go, oh, that's talking about Esau right there. That's talking about Edom. That's talking about these people. That's talking about this tribe. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked. We read who the wicked is, right? It's easy, man. It's very, 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 very easy, man. It's very easy. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. We was reading about the golden city in Revelation 17, right? Decked out, look all shiny. Everybody go, oh, I want to go to America for the American dream. I want to go over there with oh, well, I could do this and I could do that and I could blah, 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 blah. Look shiny from the outside. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with the continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet, and they break forth into singing. Yeah, the whole earth gonna be at rest, man. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. When Jacob rule come, everybody gonna be good. Everybody gonna be good. Even though you gonna have one people ruling the earth, it's still gonna be in better hands, man. It's still gonna be in better hands. Cause believe it or not, the other people that's down, they all working together, man. They all working together. They all working together. They go sit down at their G4 summit or G8 or whatever summit they is, and they got this and that, and they all working together, man. They all working together. I got that one. I was thinking of something though when I read that. Let me read it again. Maybe the scripture will come back to me. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I just looked at this scripture and it popped back into my head. It's Jeremiah. I think it's 50 and 20. Let's see. Yup. Let's get some up here though before we get down there. Jeremiah chapter 50. Let's get one, right? Going back to it, right? So we done read in Isaiah 47, Babylon and the Chaldeans, right? God's message against Babylon. Jeremiah 50 and 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans. Against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Three. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart both man and beast. In those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. Again, that's why I was saying about they not going to tell you the true names of the Lord, because they know in the bottom of their heart, hey, shalom, sister. They know, oh, brother, my fault, Salakia, brother. Shalom, man. They know in their heart that if Israel return and start calling on the true names of the Lord, they finish. They know that. They know that. So the longer they can keep you calling on sweet baby Jesus, long as they can keep you calling on sweet baby Jesus, keep you in the church with Pastor Pork Chop up there on one leg shimmy shaking, talking about the prosperity doctrine and all of this, and the sow the seed fund for the library in the church, but he actually spending it on his clothes like this goofball that they just arrested I forget his name, him and the white chick they just arrested or whatever for $50 million fraud. Long as they can keep these dudes distracting you in the church, just making you feel good, telling you what you want to hear, catering to the women and catering to the government with that 501c charter, they know we got y'all. How they say we got y'all in the trick bag. Because what's that? I think it's 1 Kings 8, right? Let me see. Let's hold this. About turning back to the Lord. I think it's 1 Kings 8. Let's see. It's either 1 Kings or 2 Kings 8. We stop at 2 Kings first. Yeah, we coming from that one. Probably 1 Kings. I can tell. It's going to be 1 Kings 8. Yep. Yeah, there you go right here. Let's go. Solomon's prayer to God. 1 Kings chapter 8 and 22. And Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the congregation of Israel and spread forth his hands toward heaven. And he said, Lord, power of Israel, there is no power like thee in heaven above or on earth beneath, who keepest covenants and mercy with thy servant that walk before thee with all thy heart, who has kept with thy servant David my father, that thou promisedst him, thou spakest also with thy mouth, and hast fulfilled it with thy hand, as it is this day. Therefore now, Lord, power of Israel, keep with thy servant David my father, that thou promisedst him, saying, there shall not fail thee a man in my sight. Thou shalt not fail thee a man in my sight to sit on the throne of Israel, so that the children take heed to their way, that they walk before me as thou hast walked before me. And now, power, O power of Israel, let thy word, I pray thee, be verified, which thou spakest unto thy servant David my father. But will the Most High indeed dwell on earth? Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heaven cannot contain thee, how much less this house that I have built. Yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant and to his supplication, O Lord my power, to hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which thy servant prayeth before thee today. That thine eyes may be open toward the house night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there. My name shall be there. The elect shall praise his holy name, right? My name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which the servant shall make toward this place, and hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel, when they shall pray toward this place, and hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and when thou hearest, forgive. See? So from the very beginning, King Solomon saying, hey Lord, I'm sending up this prayer for me, for the house that I built in your name, that hey, you keep the promise that you made to my father David, and that when I pray to you, that you hear my prayer and my supplication, me begging, and you hear the prayers and the begging and the supplication of your people Israel. So they understand that. So why would they give you the correct name to pray to your power? Let's keep reading though. I love this chapter right here. Let's get 31. 1 Kings 8 and 31. If any man trespass against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to cause him to swear, and an oath come before thine altar in this house, then hear thou in heaven, and do, and judge thy servants, condemning the wicked to bring, see, condemning the wicked, and we read who the border of wicked is, Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So when Israel remember and hearken and start calling out to the Lord and calling on the true names of the Lord gonna come back and deal with the wicked. Because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Who's that? The border of wickedness, Esau, Edom. Then 1 Kings 8 and 32. Then hear thou in heaven, and do and judge thy servants, condemning the wicked to bring his way upon his head, and justifying the righteous, to give him according to his righteousness. When thy people Israel be smitten down before the enemy, we read who our enemies was, right? We read who our enemies was, right? When thy people Israel be smitten down before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall turn again to thee, and confess thy name, and pray, and make supplication unto thee in this house, then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people Israel, and bring them again into the land which thou gavest unto their fathers. Yeah, that's it right there. That's why when it say in Revelation, it say a great fear fell upon their face, when the army, when the Lord's men, the sanctified ones that he formed in the belly, and he sent out here to shake the hands at the gates of the nobles, as the nobles sitting and seeing more Israelite videos popping up, and Israelite videos all around the world, and more people waking up to the fact of what's going on in the scriptures, and the fact that them people over there is the imposter. Esau gonna turn it up. Esau gonna turn it up, because that fear that was in him from the very beginning is naturally in him. It's gonna kick in. It's gonna go into effect. Now, where was I? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Right? He's over here. Israel shall seek the Lord. Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 4. In those days, and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. That's what Solomon prayed, right? That's what Solomon said. Remember the promise that you made to my father, and when Israel make supplication and pray to you, and remember the name in the land, what it say in Baruch? In the land of captivity, they shall remember themselves, right? Don't it say that in Baruch? Let's get that. Baruch chapter 2 and 28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. That's a punishment. This day before I put forth a blessing and a curse, right? For I knew that they would not hear me.
I want you to be very cautious of this guy standing.
Okay.
Okay, he's not offended.
Okay,
He's
sir.
okay, and then he's not.
Okay, sir. I will. Thank you, brother. That's a beautiful thing. He looking out. This the total opposite from last week. Old boy kicking me out of there, whatever. But this dude, he looking out. Watch out for this guy. This and this and that. But it's all good, man. Ain't nobody, I ain't thinking about no. I've been out here this long, man. I done had all kind of people walk past me, man. I just keep reading the scriptures. He gonna walk away. I ain't thinking about him. Baruch chapter 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves and shall know that I am the Lord their power, and I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name and return from, and look, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. Like I said, the name is very important, man. The name of the Lord is very important. And return from their stiff, Baruch 2 and 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, right? Going back to returning and calling out to the Lord and making supplication. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with the oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people out of the land that I have given them. So going back to it, the Lord, when the Lord returned, you're not going to need no iron dome to feel safe. If you the Lord's people, you won't need no iron dome. You're going to have the Lord. The Lord going to be with you, and everybody going to know that. Back to it. Jeremiah chapter 54 again. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. Going back to the people out here supposed to be teaching you the truth of the scriptures in the churches. They not teaching you the truth of the scriptures. It's saying Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter, they have scattered my flock. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone up. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Yeah, the true names of the Lord, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against their Lord, against the Lord, their habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon. Here you go again. Here you go again, right? Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken, Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Yeah, man. So sooner or later, the Lord gonna put the spirit on them, just like we read in Revelation 17th chapter. The Lord gonna put the spirit on them to fulfill his will against Babylon. Which is Babylon? Remember the children of Edom, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed? Jeremiah 50 and 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Shoot against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto you. So right in Revelation 18 and 4 say, not 4, 6. That cup that she gave to you, give that cup double unto her. She gonna drink double, roughly paraphrasing. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of the harvest, for fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the King of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon. We read that in Isaiah 14th chapter. How is the king of Babylon broken, right? The scepter of the wicked, right? Behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and there shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve. 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Yeah. The Lord gonna crush this place. 28. Jeremiah 50 and 28. The voice of them that fleeth and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, your power, the vengeance of his temple. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. She had been proud against the Holy One of Israel. And who in the scriptures talk about being proud? The scriptures talk about being proud. Let's see who the proud one in the scriptures. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. We read earlier in Job about the bases of men dwelling in the rain and dwelling in the clefts of the rocks and all of that. We read that earlier, right? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? By the Lord sending his holy ones, his sanctified ones out here with the words, with the truth of the scriptures. Matter of fact, it say that back in Jeremiah too, it say that, right? I got one in Job 27 too. Job 27 down there, but let's get this one first. Jeremiah 1 and 6. Then said I, Lord power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Yeah. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over nations and over kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. What's that one say? Get this one in before the train come in here. Give me some water then. I thought it was Hebrews. It's Hosea chapter 6 and 5. Hosea 6 and 5. Therefore I have hewn them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. Yeah. So the Lord sent us out here to all of the nations to tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen according to the scriptures. And again, like I said, and like King Solomon said, when the Israelites remember themselves and pray, supplication, pray, beg the Lord, call, think upon the true name of the Lord, remember themselves, call on the Lord, then the Lord gonna come and deal with the nation, deal with the wicked, deal with the 2/3 of our people. Judgment begin with us. Oh man, still going. 40. We get a couple more. get these right here, boom, 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 and then we go on live. Let's get those. Let's go. I was over here first, so we might as well get that. I was here, so let's get the second edge of 16. Second edge of 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, there you go again, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And then you got what it say, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? Revelation 11 and 13, I think it is. So now go down to 30. Second Ezra 16 and 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours. For her birth, great pain, a womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make ye ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Yeah, man. So sooner or later, the judgment is going to come for this place. The plagues is going to hit this place, man. The plagues is going to hit this place. Let's find one to end off with. Let's get over here. I got that one. You get Isaiah 48 and 14. Let's get that. 2 more, we close out. Isaiah 48 and 14. Let's get 12.14. Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called, I am he, I am the first, I also am he, my hand also hath laid the foundations of the earth, and my right hand hath spanned the heavens. When I call unto them, they stand up together. All ye assemble yourselves and hear, which among them have declared these things. The Lord hath loved him. He will do his pleasure on Babylon, and his arm shall be on the Chaldeans. Yeah, man. So again, like I said, sooner or later, calling, what's that in Luke? This one, Luke 18, right? Luke 18 and 6. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge say, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah, with his elect that's crying out to him day and night. Let's get one more. Let's get Ezekiel 12, and then we close it out. Yeah, this was definitely a good spot. Dude said I'm good here. He even giving me pointers on how to avoid issues over here with the people. Ezekiel 12 and 13. My net also will I spread upon him, and he shall be taken in my snare, and I will bring him into Babylon, into the land of the Chaldeans, yet shall he not see it, though he shall die there. But then watch this one. So you got that coming into the child. It's Zechariah 2. I read it last night too. Zechariah 10:27. Coming back into the Chaldean. Zechariah chapter 2. And 5. For I say if the Lord will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of her. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad at the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. They go to daughter of Babylon, right? For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the nations have he sent me unto the nations which spoil. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. So yeah, they gonna pay. They gonna have to pay for what they did to the Lord. So yeah, so the water for y'all checking in, stopping in for a little bit. I'ma close out. I'ma say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Salute to the men out here teaching the fullness of the scriptures in these times. To the hopeful elect scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David. I look forward to your rulership in the kingdom to come. To the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. Shalom, Israel, shalom.